Hi everyone, Emily here, a local Phoenix, Arizona real estate agent, and today I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to get your offer accepted in this hyper seller's market. Tip number 1 is knowing your buying power. Your buying power consists of your pre-qualification, your down payment, your closing costs, and then if you have any additional money available. So if you're pre-qualified for $350,000 and then you have your minimum of 3.5% to 5% down for your down payment, depending on the type of the loan, and then you're going to need an additional 2.5% to 3% for all of your closing costs. So that's going to be your lender fees, title fees, escrow fees, inspection, appraisal, HOA transfer fees, things like that. And then if you have, an extra $5,000, that's going to be really helpful in this market because you can say, in the event of a low appraisal, I'm willing to give the seller $5,000 over the appraised value. That's going to give the seller's peace of mind, and it's going to make your offer stronger. So let's say you don't have any additional money, then unfortunately, what you're going to need to do is look at houses more in the $300,000 to $325,000 range because that's going to give you more buying power. Maybe you need to drop that 4th bedroom, choose a house with a little bit less of an updated kitchen, or maybe just find a house a little bit further out of town than you initially wanted. These things are going to give you more buying power and make your offer stronger. Tip number 2 is get creative. In addition to probably an over asking price and maybe throwing a few $1,000s to the seller in the event of a low appraisal, what other ways can we make our offer stand out, okay? One is writing a personal letter with your offer. Now, if your offer is still $10,000 less than the other offer, a letter's not going to do a whole lot. But if yours is neck and neck with another offer, but you wrote a really great letter about how much you love the neighborhood, how you have family close by, how you see your kids growing and playing in the backyard, why wouldn't the seller pick your offer over theirs? Another tip that I like to do in this current market is giving an as-is offer, because currently right now, the most amount of repairs that you're really going to be able to ask for are maybe $500 to maybe $1,000 worth of repairs. That would be high though, from what I've seen. And so telling the sellers, hey, I'm not going to ask you to fix the lock on the window, to replace the light bulbs or the leaky faucet in the bathroom. It's going to make your offer stronger because it's going to give those sellers peace of mind that the buyers are not going to ask for a whole bunch of stuff in the inspection period. Now, what's great about this is you're still getting your inspection done and finding all of the material facts that are presented within the inspection. So you can still back out and get your earnest money if something major comes up, but assuming it's all just minor items, just take it off the table and make your offer a little bit stronger. Another way to get creative is shorten your inspection period, use the seller's preferred title agency, and have their lender call the seller when they write the offer, and just that'll help reassure the seller that this is a strong offer. The lender is communicating with me. Tip number 3 is move quickly. Both the buyer and the agent need to move really quickly. Once it gets on the MLS, you have to go see that property immediately. And then you need to call the listing agent and say, how many offers are on the property and when are you presenting all of the offers to the seller? This is really, really vital because not only do you need to have your offer sent over before then, but you want to be communicating, calling, texting, emailing. I'm talking about the agent, that is. They need to be calling, texting, emailing that hour that they're presenting the offers, because chances are there's going to be 4 or 5 really good offers that maybe the sellers have have questions on, like, oh, would they just be willing to adjust their closing date? Or, little things, would they be able to go maybe $3,000 more? And so that agent is probably texting or calling little questions, ask it to try and get an offer accepted for their seller. And as a buyer's agent, if you're not immediately responding, then you could easily lose the deal. So you need to be ready, available, willing to play ball, especially in those last final hours that they're making an offer. There probably is going to be a little bit of countering going back. So just moving quickly and answering your phone for the buyer's agent so that you can say, hey, can we change this? Can we fix this? We need to update this offer. And that last hour, that's going to help you get your offer accepted. And the last thing is really having the agent, the buyer's agent, emphasizing to the listing agent how we are going to get this deal done. Okay. Having that conversation with the listing agent that, look, I know the most important thing for you is netting your sellers the most money possible, but it's also equally as important for you to find the buyer who's going to get you to the closing table, right? Because we all know that in the inspection period, there's a chance that the buyers could back out if something changes, right? So just reassuring them that you are not going to do that. You are going to get to the closing table. This is the only house they want. They want this no matter what, and we're going to get this deal done. And those tips are going to really help you get your offer accepted in this market.